I was impressed with that move you pulled. Bang.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's me, it's G, it's Double MD, the undefeated, undisputed YouTube champion. That's right, it's the Maverick, Mark Daniels, here with episode 102 of our Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team Let's Play. And guys, if you missed last episode, there's a major spoiler here, so if you haven't seen it already, definitely check it out. But we recruited a very super powerful Pokemon, a legendary, an Uber, even, if you want to go that far, Nozomi, which can only be one Pokemon, and that is Mewtwo. Look at Mewtwo. Mewtwo is one of my favorite Pokemon, such a powerful, iconic Pokemon. Glad to have her on the team. And today, we're going to be taking just a little bit of a step back a little bit, and we're going to do a little bit of grinding here. In fact, we can go and get our team together here. Next on our list numerically is Nidorino and Nidoking. So we need to evolve two Nidorans into Nidorino. Of course, they evolve, I believe, they do evolve at level 16. So let's go and grab some Nidorans. So let's see. I think we've got a little bit of training on one of them. He's already level 14. Again, they evolve at level 16, so we're feeling pretty good here. Level 12, wow. Very good. Look at this, hold on. Where'd Miltank go? We just got Miltank recently, it's good to see her here. Alright. So, let's go ahead and do, we don't really need to do item management, but what I do need to do is, well, we can. Go ahead and deposit some of this stuff. We don't really need this stuff. X-ray specs we will need. We'll take, I don't want to take any reviver seeds. We're just gonna risk it. We don't have that many reviver seeds, so I don't want to waste any, if necessary. I will, however, take away our friend bow, because we don't need it. We just need the X-ray specs, honestly. We're gonna go and link our moves together real fast, because of course, if you link your moves, you get more EXP. So we'll link all four moves together on Flamethrower, so we have range. Perfect. Yes. Alright, thank you, Gulpin. You're the best. Let's take a look at the Kecleon shop real fast. And honestly, nothing. What about you? I've never seen him sell on a skateboard. Surely he can. I've just never seen it. Alright, so let's jump on in here. Again, we gotta get to level 16 on both Nidorans. We're going to evolve one with the Moonstone to Nidoking. The other one will remain a Nidorino as we try to complete our Pokedex. And then next episode will be another grinding episode. Then I think the episode after that, I went to the wrong place, didn't I? Sorry, we need X-ray specs here. I need to go after Team Constrict. It's been a minute. Ooh, Nidorino almost got knocked out there. So anyways, in a couple episodes, again, next episode will be another grindy training episode, because we need to get some of these Pokemon leveled up. And again, I like to split up the type of content we have here for this journey that we're having to complete the Pokedex, just so it's fresh, and we don't have like 20 episodes in a row of us, leveling up Pokemon, because that would suck. Not just for you guys, but for me too, because I'll be bored out of my damn mind. But we're going to be doing another attempt at Mew, so we'll have another episode dedicated to try and get Mew. It's a very tricky Pokemon to get. It's very random. It spawns on floor 36 of the dungeon. Nice, the Buried Relic dungeon. Floor 36 to floor 98. It's a 99 floor dungeon. The last two times we attempted Mew, the last two times we tried to get Mew, not a single encounter. All 99 floors. So I had to take a break from it. I do want to get Mew. We will get Mew. It's just gonna be a struggle. And see, that's not even gonna be the hardest Pokemon to get. I think Celebi might be the hardest one because we have to go to Purity Forest. I believe it's called Purity Forest, and basically it's another one of those dungeons where your levels get reset to 1. However, we can only take 1 Pokemon with us, and I'm not sure, but I think you don't get to take items either. So it's like really dependent on what items you find in the dungeon, which is kind of scary. And I think it resets your IQ as well. If it didn't reset your IQ, if it was just IQ, like if we could have IQ at the very least, I think we'd be able to do it no problem. Especially with Maki having max IQ. I read some suggestions a while ago of people talking about the best Pokemon for the job for that particular dungeon, and for the Joyous, is it the Joyous? Yeah, the Joyous Tower, which has Jirachi in it. I think it's the Joyous Tower, but it's the dungeon with Jirachi in it, and basically Mewtwo or Alakazam are considered the favorites for the task. So we got one Nidoran at 16, the other one's what, 14 or 15? 14. Alright, let's go and evolve this Nidoran real quick. We'll grab the next Pokemon on the list. Evolve this into Nidorino. Are you the one? No, that's Triple H. The game! Summary. Okay, make you the leader. This is just going to be a Nidorino. So... stand by. Stand by. Alright. So go and evolve you into a Nidorino. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's grab this Nidoran. Not you. Grab Maki. Alright, so next numerically after Nidoran is Vileplume, which we don't have a Leaf Stone yet. Parasect, so we need to evolve a Paras until Parasect, which is at level 24. Our Paras currently, I believe, is level 11, if my notes are correct. So let's grab a Paras. Summary, yep. Join the team. Then we'll send the Nidorino back home. Unfortunately, if you're wondering, why aren't I taking a full, team of Pokemon, full 4? Unfortunately, in these little training areas, you can only take a team of 3, which is why I'm not bringing a 4th Pokemon, just in case you're wondering. God dang, I do that every time. I push A too fast, and now we have to go through the normal maze, which doesn't yield nearly as much EXP. It's also easier though. That's the trade-off. Go this way. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to doing the Purity Forest or attempting the Joyous Tower again. We did start the Joyous Tower and tried a few different times. Just didn't quite work out. If we take Nozomi, Mewtwo, we might be able to do it. I don't know. I'm going to look up some strategies and watch some videos of people doing it maybe. Get an idea of what strategy I want to go with before we do that. But we still got so much to do before we even do that I'm not super worried about trying to figure out what we're going to do there yet. We have so many Pokemon to train. We got so many more Pokemon to recruit. Legendaries and non-legendaries. As far as... oh, god dang it. As far as legendaries go, we still have Mew, Deoxys. We've got Ho and Lugia. Celebi. God, you gotta be kidding me. I'm trying to think. We've already got the Reggies. We've already got the 3 legendary dogs. We got the legendary birds. Is it really just Jirachi, Deoxys, Mew, Celebi, that it? Am I forgetting one? Because we've gotten Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. We've got Latios and Latias. I think that's it. I think it's just Mew, Celebi, Deoxys, Jirachi. Unless I'm forgetting one, I think that's it. Interesting. Yep, and we already have, that's Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. Of course, that is Latios and Latias, the Regis. Couldn't think of a nickname for them, so I just let them be. So of course that leaves Jirachi and Deoxys over there. Then we go to Johto here. Rin is not Rayquaza, it's Raikou. Chikazente Yo is Suicune. Kotari is Lugia, and Yoshiko is Ho-Oh. Ellie is Articuno, Hanamaru is Zapdos, Honoka is Moltres. Those legendary birds. Nosebee, of course, is Mewtwo, so we need Mew. So yeah, that's it. Wow. There's still a lot of regular Pokemon to obtain, though. Sorry I went on a little bit of a tangent there. I was kind of thinking out loud. And also kind of establishing what my plan is here. Okay, so we need Nidoran again. It's not you, it's the other one. And I need Paris. It was this Paris I took. Alright, back to business here. But yes, there's still a lot of Pokemon to obtain. A few legendaries, so we don't really need to dip into the legendary, chase too much. We have most of them. And again, I want to kind of split up the type of stuff we're doing here. So maybe I do plan on doing a Mew hunt next episode, or not next episode, but in a couple episodes for sure. We'll do another attempt at that. But I'm not in a rush to get, Jirachi, Celebi, Deoxys. Would love to get Mew though and get that out of the way since we've already started it. Oh my god, Tentacle, you're the worst Pokemon of all time. Of course, that is a risk we run, having these weak Pokemon on our team. They can be one-shotted by these Tentacles, by just about any Pokemon really, in these training facilities. However, that yields a lot of EXP, especially this fight right here. 1300 for knocking one out. 800, so that's level 15 on Nidoran. One more level and we have a Nidoking. Let's go get Paris again. And I was thinking about, like, what game do I want to play next after Mystery Dungeon? By the time this video goes out, Sword and Shield will have been out. So I'm recording this before Sword and Shield comes out. Sword and Shield actually comes out in a few days. Friday. Today is Monday for me. So I'm very excited for that. But we still got a lot to do in this game. So honestly, we may even beat Pokemon Sword and Shield before we finish this, which is kind of funny. I grabbed Paris. Okay, we're good to go. We need one more level for Nidoran. We need quite a few left for Paris. Please don't attack. God, you son of a gun. Tentacle, you are the absolute worst. I'm so annoyed. They just will not leave Paris alone. So anyways, I was thinking about what I'm going to play next after this game once we're actually done. Now, of course, that could be a long time away from now, so my mind could change. But I have considered playing the next series of Mystery Dungeon next. The Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky. Probably would play Sky if I had to pick a version. Because I've played through Darkness before. I've never played through Time, but they're the same game. Sky just has more content, I think, is the difference. I just think there's more Pokemon available. Maybe additional missions, maybe. But I'm thinking we might actually do that and try to complete the pokedex of that one as well. After we get through the story. I don't know though. Like I said, my mind might change. I may get a little burnt out from Mystery Dungeon. I'm not yet, honestly. I'm having a lot of fun playing Mystery Dungeon. Surprisingly, we're over 100 episodes in, um, which means realistically, because I do a video every other day, we've been playing this game for over 200 days. Like, well, not playing it over 200 days, but we started the series over 200 days ago. That's kind of like, that's over half a year, and it's honestly hard to believe. But honestly, now that I think about it, like when I was making a new playlist on YouTube for the next video series, at the time was, I think, Mega Man X2, and I was just like, wow, there's so many series, like so many playlists above, you know, in order, because it's ordered of when I make them, above the Mystery Dungeon game. Alright, that's Nidoking for us. Paris is level 12. At least we finally got a level with Paris. I should use my move on the Tentacruel. That's right, we're gonna evolve into Nidoking real quick. But isn't that crazy that we've been playing this game for over half a year? It honestly doesn't feel like it. That's actually interesting to me because I remember when I did the Mega Man Battle Network games, and we played 7 games in a row. Battle Network. Now, to be fair, it was probably longer than this. It was probably close to a whole year because a lot of those series went like 50 episodes plus. I'd have to actually do the math on that. Make that the leader. Sorry, I got distracted. I'd have to think about that, but I started to get burned out after about Mega Man Battle Network 4 or 5. But I was having fun. I was just a little burnt out, and I was just like, man, I really want to play something like in between. But I've already said that I was going to do all of them in a row, and I'm happy that I did it. But at the same time, at the time, I was like, man, I really wish I was doing something else. But though network transmission for the GameCube was a little bit refreshing because it was different, at the very least. But the other 6. I did get a little tired of after a while. Wish I would have maybe splitting them up or something. And there's Nidoking. So we have Nidoking and Nidoqueen completed. We also finished Nidorino up today. Boom. So we are completely done up until Vileplume. So number 45. Unfortunately, we don't have Leaf Stones yet. Leaf Stones are found, I think it might be Joyous Tower. I have it down at the bottom of my list here. Leaf Stone is actually in Wish Cave, and that's actually the dungeon I'm talking about anyways. I said Joyous Tower, I meant Wish Cave. That's where Jirachi's at. Leaf Stone, it's gonna be tough because they're only in Kekleon shops, and it's random, I think. There's really no like surefire way of getting them, and we need 4 of those. King's Rocks are also in Wish Cave, and we need 2 of those. It's gonna be a pain in the butt, to say the least. Is there another one there? It doesn't look like it. I think Upgrade's there actually. Yeah, Upgrade. Yeah, it was near the bottom. So, anyways, next after Nidorino and Nidoking will be Venomoth. So we need Venonats. We need to evolve at level 31. We're currently 17, if my notes are correct. Quickly want to peep where we're at on time. Okay, yeah, we still got plenty of time. Got like 10 to 12 minutes. Might be able to get another evolution out of this as well. Again, next episode we're gonna come back. We're gonna do some more grinding. After that, we're gonna do another attempt at Mew. Where is Paris? So grab Paris. Nidoking's such a cool Pokemon, man. I love Nidoking. Alright, Venonat. Again, one of these should be level 17. You'll do. Okay. And then let's grab Maki. There she is. Make you the leader. And then have Nidoking go back home. Alright. But yeah, so Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Darkness, Time, and Sky. I believe there's like specific Pokemon items. You have to like find bits and pieces to combine them all. I have this like weird desire to not only complete the pokedex but to collect all those items as well. Is that insane? It is. But I'm thinking we're gonna do it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling once we get done with this. Like I said, we still got a long ways to go, and I could get a little burnt out. Maybe we'll play a game or two in between them, but I'm definitely gonna do that at some point, regardless. Is play through those games, and at the very least complete the Pokédex on those games, because again, I am an absolute madman, and I love I love little tasks like this, you know, completing the Pokédex on a mystery dungeon game. We did it for Pokemon Conquest, and it was a lot of fun. Very rewarding. It was a lot of work, a lot of prep work with like notes and writing down, you know, where to get the Pokemon, how to get them. A lot of planning ahead. I kind of love that sort of thing in a very weird way. I really wish Venonat wasn't about to get knocked out, but I think it's going to get knocked out regardless. Oh no, we're good. Plus, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time and Darkness. Again, I don't know if Sky's any different really. Is one of my favorite stories in a video game of all time. I mentioned this before when I was talking about Pokemon Black and White, a game that a lot of people consider as to be their favorite. You know, Pokemon Generation 5th Gen. Those being their favorite games. I never really got into those games. I'm gonna replay that at some point as well. Probably just a regular run through. We're not gonna do like a Nuzlocke or anything right away. I want to replay the game and see why I didn't like those games as much as other people did. If it was just a weird time in my life, and because at the time I was going to college, I was working, I was very busy and very focused on that sort of thing, and I wonder if that had something to do with my displeasure for those games. I want to find out. You know, I want to give those games a fair chance because there are some 5th gen Pokemon that I love. Like Crocodile is one of my favorite Pokemon. Love Crocodile. Easily my favorite 5th gen Pokemon. And would love to see if, after playing the game again, if I still feel the same way I feel about it now. And that it's... I feel like Black and White, Pokemon Black and White, 5th gen is my least favorite generation of Pokemon. And I want to see if that holds true to today. So... But what I was saying, so the reason why I brought that up, was the fact that I think some people really enjoy that game because of the story in the game. And typically in video games, I'm not a big like story guy or a big guy that like follows lore in video games and stuff. Unless it just brings me in. Sometimes games will. Mystery Dungeon Time Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness was one of those games for me. I really enjoyed the story. The twists and turns was really good. To me, quite possibly the best story in a Pokemon game. I don't know if anyone would agree with me on that. I haven't played through every single Pokemon. I mean, there's some spin-offs that I haven't played. And there's some spin-off games that I can't really remember the story. Black and White, I can't really remember the story. I couldn't tell you what happened there. I can remember a good portion of like the Diamond and Pearl story. I could remember bits and pieces. Not really bits and pieces. Most of Gen 3, most of Gen 2, most of Gen 1. Gen 1 didn't really have much of a story, but a little bit of Team Rocket shenanigans, you know. I don't know, I just felt like Explorers... Oh god. Explorers of Time and Darkness, and possibly Sky too. Again, I haven't played that one yet. Was definitely my favorite, personal favorite story in a Pokemon game. And so even someone like me who doesn't really, you know, look for a story in a video game, for me it's more about the gameplay. If the gameplay is fun, the game is fun. If there's a lot to do in a game, I'm usually sold. I'm more of a the gameplay kind of guy. If the gameplay is fun, I don't really care about the story. A lot of times I'll skip through story, you know, just cut through cutscenes. Like I want to keep playing, you know. A lot of times stories are very weak in my opinion in video games. A lot of times that I've played anyways. And I just want to get through and move on. We have our team, right? Yeah. But that story, man, caught me in. I got tangled in it, man. Whew. That was close. quite honestly, the story in this game was actually pretty decent too. In Blue Rescue Team and Red Rescue Team. I really want them to make a new Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game. Obviously, Sword and Shield just came out. I would imagine the Gen 4 remakes are on the way. I would imagine Pokemon Let's Go 2 is on the way. I would imagine all of those things are in development, being worked on. Next year, maybe we'll see one of the two be released. But I would also like to think that a Mystery Dungeon game is also being in the works. Mystery Dungeon, my favorite spin-off in the Pokemon series. Love the Mystery Dungeon games, clearly. I really like Pokemon Conquest as well, but I think we're more likely to see a Mystery Dungeon game than we'll see a Conquest game being made for the Switch. Though I would love it. I would love for both. Why did I come out here? We still got more to do. I'm just sitting here distracted by my own story and talking about stuff. Okay. Let's get back in there. So yeah, right now I'm thinking we're going to play through Explorers of the Sky next. Well, like I said, we might take a little bit of a break first. We might play a different game in between. I don't know yet. There's some other games that I want to play in the future. I want to play Colosseum. I want to play XD Gale of Darkness. We want to 100% those games as well. Get all the Pokemon you can get in those. Trying to think. I want to see if I could play through maybe Pokemon Ranger. I played. Oh man, that sucks. Paris just keeps getting knocked down. Might as well call him Kenny, right? South Park reference. But I kind of want to play through Pokemon Ranger. I played a little bit of it when I was younger. I just don't know if I'll be able to do that through an emulator very well because right now I'm using a controller, right? There is a touchpad available, like I can click over here and click on the touchpad, which happens to be the screen. So like I'm hovering, like see I'm not doing anything on my controller. I'm using the touchpad to move around. And I know that there's like portions of the game where you have to use the touchpad to like make a circle around Pokemon to like recruit them for help or whatever the case might be. I just made Paris my leader. Whoops. Just wanted you to join the team, man. There we go. So we might play Mysteries. We might try Ranger out, or I might try it. You may never see the light of day because it just wasn't playable through an emulator. I don't know. I know someone suggested me doing that a while back because they wanted to see someone play through it, and I've been thinking about it for a little while since then. And I don't know if I will. I don't know if I'll be able to. I want to try though. Maybe I could set something up to where I can make this my touch screen. I don't know. That seems like something that might be difficult to pull off, but I might be able to do something. We'll see. Or if I get like an actual DS capture card or a DS with a built one, a built capture card on the inside. Why did I leave again? I keep doing that. Maybe I can do it then. But these are things that, if they were to happen, ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Capture cards are pretty expensive, so. But anything's possible, right? I do also want to try out the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games that came out on the Wii. The shop games that they had in Japan. I actually have. I think they called them WiiWare, right? I actually have. I've never tried them out yet, so I don't know if they actually work. But I actually have access to all three versions on my computer. Like I have ROMs of them. I don't know if they work. I've never tried them. But that's something I talked about a while back. I forget what series I talked. It may have been Pokemon Conquest that I had mentioned that. But that's something that I wanted to try at some point. Because I remember them getting announced and I was super excited for it. I think that's the other one's the right one. Well, they're both pretty high level. I remember being very excited for them when they were announced. But then they only came to Japan and never came to the States. So I was very disappointed. Well, guys, we just hit the 30-minute mark. We're going to go ahead and call the episode here. We got 2 evolutions done, so I call that a success. We got some progress done on Paris and on Venonat. Next episode, guys, we're going to come back, do some more grinding, and as I mentioned, the episode after that, we'll go ahead and try to do an attempt on Mew. If we don't get Mew, I'm not going to go in for it again. What I'll do is maybe another grindy episode. Maybe we'll do some more training, and then after that, maybe we'll go back to getting some Pokemon we need for the pokedex, just some regular everyday Pokemon, no legendaries, and then maybe we'll do some Mew attempts in between some of that, do some more grindy episodes, and maybe we'll go after like the Deoxys, you know, a few episodes down the road. So like I said, there's still so much to do in this game. What I need to do is I need to count and like put a marker, like maybe at the top of my list here, of how many Pokemon we actually have completed so far, because I can't give you guys an actual number just looking at the list here. I would like to know like how close we are to being done. I should do that. I've seen a lot of green names though. That's how I categorized it. I have Pokemon's name in green, red, and yellow. Green, I have them. Red, I don't have them. Yellow, I have the Pokemon just need to evolve into it. That's kind of how I set my list up. So I wouldn't mind counting that out, and I might do that at some point. And I'll let you guys know when I do what our number is, but it's looking pretty good. There's still a lot of first-gen Pokemon we need. There's still a lot of other Pokemon we need in other generations as well. But it's looking good. Anyways, guys, like I said, that's going to be the end of today's video. Next episode, we're going to grind some more. So look forward to that. Anyways, guys, until next time, I am the Maverick Mark Daniels. Bidding you farewell, peace, and one love. Bye!